From Japan's most remote ramen shop to living off the grid on a self-built island, here are some GBS classics all about the most secret spots on Earth.
我带领人们攀登2000米的山峰，就可以喝一杯茶。山上的道观存在1000多年历史了，就是喝茶品人生嘛。
This great big story was made possible by Geico. Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
我叫杨志宏，75年出生的，96年在华山干敲山工的工作。我们主要是给华山运那个货物，吃的、喝的、水啊，日常用品。华山一年大概就是100多万人吧，给他们介绍说一说都行。华山就是7线锦绣，海拔高度也高嘛，主要是线，人们体验感觉到爬上去累。我对他们说就说你看我你就不累了。我们挑的东西上山了，你们控制人还应该比我们要提升好一点。早上7点多钟开始在山下，西峰索道单程就是时间是20多分钟。我们下索道就是心惊胆战的。北峰上面那个日月岩下面有个垂直道90度的，华山最窄的地方也就是1米宽吧。走的时候肯定害怕，别人路窄的地方我们就侧着身子，脚斜着。庙里面他们有道士，门前就是那个祷告、祈香、求福，给游客钱，他们还愿走平安的。华山茶有茶的文化嘛，就是茶文化。我们华山那个道观就是以喝茶品茶嘛，就是以茶论道嘛。茶的味道是清香苦涩的，防止中暑、解渴。我在山顶喝的茶的味道是最好的，山高人看到心旷神怡，心情也好，就干着骄傲，一般人干不了这个活。这个是华山的体力活。
There's a ramen shop on Rishiri Island off the northern tip of Japan. To get there from Tokyo, fly 2 hours to Sapporo. From there, take the train to Wakane, the northernmost city in Japan. You then catch a ferry to Rishiri Island. Make your way to the western part of the island, and once you're there, let's hope you're on time. It's only open 2.5 hours a day. But the trip is worth it, because the place is said to have some of the best ramen in all of Japan. When it comes to ramen in Japan, there are a few places whose names will draw people from all around the world. Ramen Miraku is one such place, and visitors come for this special charred soy ramen made with local kombu seaweed broth.
江鹿高正と言います。私が営んでいるラーメン屋の名前は利尻ラーメンミラクと言います。2007年から営業しております。今の父で1代目になりますので、この地元の利尻昆布の味をラーメンという形で表現して日本の皆様、世界の皆様に食べていただきたくて開業しました。
And this is no instant ramen. Making the dish takes hours.
まずは肝心要のスープを作る作業としまして、うちは利尻昆布のスープとあと動物系その他いろいろ入ったスープと2種類、それを一番長い方で15時間じっくりと出汁を抽出します。で出来上がったスープを一つに合わせて少し寝かせ、でその焼きを入れた醤油の香りとスープを合わせて甘さとしょっぱさ、香ばしさがちょうどいいバランスになるように作ってます。
The question, of course, why do you think people come all this way?
それは間違いなく地元の利尻昆布をふんだんに使って出汁を取っているので、うちのラーメンは美味しいです。
Our turn. One charred ramen, please.
どうぞ召し上がってください。
Oh wow, this is good.
A 2-hour boat ride off the coast of Colombia is an island, the most densely populated island on Earth. Santa Cruz del Islote consists of more than 1,200 people living on land the size of 2 soccer fields, making it 4 times as dense as Manhattan. On the island is a school that runs up to the 10th grade, 2 shops and 1 restaurant. There is no steady supply of water and a sole generator that only runs for 5 hours per day. There are no police, but there isn't much need for them, as everyone on the island knows each other. 150 years ago, the island was primarily uninhabited and was sometimes used by local fishermen as a place to rest and take shelter during storms. Gradually, some fishermen came to build their homes here. These were the grandparents and great-grandparents of the current generation of residents. Despite the close living quarters, inhabitants on the island say they wouldn't give up their peaceful existence for anything, not even a little more room.
Svalbard, one of the most remote places on Earth, a place where polar bears outnumber people, and for almost a century, brewing beer here was illegal. But one man changed that, and now against all the odds, you can drink Arctic craft beer, made from 2,000-year-old glacier water.
Welcome to Svalbard. Welcome to Svalbard, the northernmost town in the world.
Very small polar bears than people.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. There are more polar bears than people.
You're in the Arctic. Some things are weird in the Arctic.
So why was brewing beer illegal in the first place? It all dates back to Svalbard's mining days in the early 1900s. Miners were showing up drunk to blow holes in the earth, and the folks in charge weren't exactly thrilled about tipsy demolition crews. So a law passed that limited how much alcohol you could buy. Yep, a beer quota. But miners, resourceful bunch, they quickly found a way around the limits by brewing their own beer. So naturally the next step? A new law that banned brewing altogether. Which brings us to 2015, where one bold, beer-loving legend, cheers to Robert Johansson, decided enough was enough. He lobbied to change the law.
Robert, who founded the brewery, has been living on this island for 45 years or something like that now. He just came to brewing because he was kind of bored, actually.
Robert went to the government to change the law, and they said no. But he was persistent and didn't take no for an answer.
He called the same lady once a month for more than 5 years. And then she called him back and said, Robert, hey, now you can do it. We changed the law for you.
And after all that, in 2015, he did it. The ban was lifted, and Svalbard Brewery became the first brewery in the Arctic. But this isn't just any beer, it's made with some of the purest water on the planet, fresh from the Arctic glaciers. The glacier water is very unique, as the minerals it brings with it are essential for brewing. I imagine getting the glacier water to be quite a long process. How do you extract it, Titian?
It is just in the tap water.
Not that long then.
We don't hike out and grab the glacier water. The melting water just runs into our water sources.
In Svalbard, the purchase of alcohol, including beer, is regulated by a quota system managed by the governor of Svalbard.
We have a rationing system where we use a card like this. So if you come to the store without this card or without your airline ticket, then you don't get to buy any beer or spirits. In a month, they can buy 2 bottles of spirits, 24 beers, and 1 bottle of strong wine.
But what do the locals think of these laws?
There are alcohol rules. What are the alcohol rules?
Okay, maybe a different local then.
It's a little bit strange.
It's kind of weird, especially if you know the background of that.
It is kind of funny when you tell people that you need like a card to go buy beer.
I think helps a lot with people not being just at home depressed, drinking themselves to death.
No, the rationing of beer does make people party differently. Maybe it even gets the people partying crazier.
Sounds fun. What's the drinking culture like?
We have 50 nations up here.
I think it's like 52 currently. And every nation kind of has their own drinking habit.
It's a big pub culture here.
All these drinking cultures like clash up here together, and since you have a lot of like international friendships arising out of that.
We all are proud of having a locally producing brewery up here.
I like the local beer. It's a little strong.
It kind of like gives the town also something from itself. We have our own beer.
You know, for people who really appreciate a good beer, they can come here and they can have something that's only available here.
Yeah, the drinking culture up here is very interesting.
We're 4 days walk from the nearest road. The landscape's vast, the wilderness is almost unlimited. The access is by aircraft, on foot, or on the right day you can boat it, but it's a challenge in itself. Really, we are at the mercy of the weather and the tides in our day-to-day life. It's difficult living out here, but if you do what's needed and everything comes together, it's a really rewarding place to be.
Warwick Mitchell lives in Fiordland, New Zealand's oldest and largest national park. It covers over 12,000 square kilometers, but is home to only a few dozen people. The park's massive mountain range isolates Warwick from civilization.
Living out here, like everywhere, you need shelter, a good dry camp. We have solar panel for power, lighting, and our satellite communications. We have a quad bike, we have 2 boats for fishing and diving, and we have the freezer, which keeps our food and our produce cold. We rely on rainwater for drinking water, so that's not too hard with 7 metres of rainfall annually. We largely live off the land. When you're living off the land, you're really at the mercy of the weather and the elements. So there's certain times that will allow you to go out and harvest a deer or catch a fish, capture the menu. If you have a down day and the waves are really good, you're more than likely going to go surfing. If the waves aren't good but the river's looking nice, you might catch a trout. If the waves are flat but the ocean's calm, you might go sea fishing. If the ocean's stormy, you might go up the river for a kayak or go through the bush and see if you can spot a deer. Living in the wilderness doesn't mean you're living in isolation from people. We certainly couldn't be doing what we do if it wasn't for the pilots and our neighbours and our friends. Whether it's the harshness of the environment and being so isolated that brings people together, or the fact that the people that are willing to travel this far have like-minded passion for the environment and the outdoors. One thing's for sure over the years is that the community's become really tight-knit. Can you go ahead and turn this main switch on and we'll just see if she wants to work? Oh no. When things break or things don't go your way, it's always really important to remember you're in the green. The experience is being out here and enjoying being out here. Everything else is a bonus, so you can't get too serious if one thing breaks. I don't know too many places in the world where you can stand on a boat looking back and you can just see ocean leading into forests, leading into massive snow-capped mountains and glacier-shaped bays with pristine rivers and clear water. The trees are as they were 200 years ago. And the people that I bring out here, they get to experience this nature as it was and as it should be, and we try to keep the area and the environment pristine in this little corner of New Zealand.
Have always been drawn to Japanese culture. A culture truly modern but steeped in tradition. The spiritual and the city living side by side. Two worlds colliding. My name is Andrea Soronidis, and I'm a food blogger. I've always wanted to go to Japan, sample the Japanese life and food. I'm heading to Kyoto for a very special experience. I heard about an artist who owns a restaurant in the mountains.
私は小林芙蓉と申します。将来園の女将でもあり、あとは私の使命は唱和家ですけれども、国際親善を 第一に考えております。
The Shirayan restaurant in Arashiyama cannot be reached by traditional means. The Shirayan sits on the edge of a mountain, overlooking the river Oi. The only route to the restaurant is a hike through the forest.
木がたくさんあると、イオンが、そしてプラナがちょうどここに溜まって、そういうものを求めて分かる人たちはここに集います。
The Shirayan promises to entertain its guests' five senses. The journey is a transformative experience from one world to another. There really is something magical about this place.
この日本の伝統的な建物、建築物を味わっていただく、そしてまた和食の素晴らしさ、世界中の人に味わっていただきたいと思いました。下のその川から立ち上るイオンと木から発するプラナがちょうどここに溜まっておりまして、木をこう操れるようになって、筆を通して私の木も合わせて、それから字が出来上がるんです。ここはやはり神気が一番満ちてると思います。神の木、神の木っていうのはやはり風であり雨であり、そういう自然なものですけれども、ここで皆さんお食事召し上がった後、心が癒されましたと、そういうお手紙を頂戴します。やはり別世界だというのは確かだと思います。
Like waking from a dream, my time at the Shirayan with Kobayashi-san feels like a distant world. There are some secrets I'll always keep.
What do you say to people who just say, this is not a normal way of living?
Thank you very much.
I'm Catherine, and this is my husband, Wayne.
I'm Wayne, and welcome to Freedom Cove. We live in a secluded cove. The only options we have to get here is by water. There are no road accesses. The water is our highway.
Everything that you see here in our home is floating. We are tied to shore with lines. We are not anchored. We have our main living house. We have the dance floor, the lighthouse building, 4 greenhouses. As I started to grow the garden and make it larger, then we had to have more space for that garden.
Everything's done with a handsaw and hammer. No power tools. I know every board and nail by name. It's about 500 tons, 1 million pounds that I'm flowing. I've been building tree forts since I was 7.
Yeah.
And I said, well, Dad, I'm putting a tree fort in the ocean.
Do you ever get seasick?
No, when I go to town, I get land sick.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about living in Clackwood Sound on the west coast of Vancouver Island is it's the richest biomass on Earth. So the opportunity to fish for dinner is big. And I just can get in my canoe and paddle out. In 10 minutes, I can catch a fish. But when it's windy and too rough out there, I can just lay on the couch and fish out of the house. I was hoping to make a lot more money as an artist. So subsistence living was our only opportunity to have anything as artists. We could never buy real estate, so we had to make our own. It was a great opportunity to actually move away from the city to see if we could prosper out here. Now, 24 years later, we're still doing it.
I can't imagine living any other way. I feel completely fulfilled.
Oh, that's good, huh? That's really nice. I'm working on it.
The Old Forge was named Britain's most remote pub by the Guinness Book of World Records.
It's located here in Knoydart, northern Scotland. Nearly everyone who tries to get there dies in the flames.
Okay, this isn't Mordor, but it is tricky. As we found out, one does not simply walk to the Old Forge pub. Plan 1, we take the train.
Isn't that the train from Harry Potter?
Oh, it is. So we pack our gear, jump on the train,
Enjoy the breathtaking scenery,
arrive at the Old Forge,
order a pint, and...
No, it doesn't work. The train doesn't come to Knoydart. It ends in Malik Terminal.
Hey, wait, who is this guy?
My name is JP Robinet, and I'm the remotest publican in mainland Britain.
Oh, okay. Plan 2, we'll walk.
Here's the plan. We pack our gear,
Fill up our water bottles,
pack some snacks,
prepare for the Scottish wilderness.
enjoy the breathtaking scenery,
Arrive at the Old Forge,
order a pint, and...
Well, you could, but to be honest, I don't think you would, because it is an 18 miles hike and it's very boggy. No tracks, just cross country through the highlands. And you could carry all your gears all the way up. I don't know, it's quite difficult. It's 2 days hike, 1 night in a bothy.
Okay, plan 3. We drive. We pack up our gear.
We hire a car.
Make it a 4x4 and hit the road. Enjoy the breathtaking scenery.
Arrive at the Old Forge, order a pint, and...
It's totally impossible to drive here. The nearest road is 18 miles from here. So you need to park in Mali and jump on a boat. Full time, I would say around 130 people live on the peninsula. Of course, the tourism is the main part of our business. We're really busy between the 1st of March and mid-October. We've got the backpackers and hikers because we're on one of the 2 best hikes in Scotland here. Here is totally unspoiled. Knoydart is clearly the last British wilderness.
Okay, final plan. We take the ferry.
We pack our gear, buy a ticket.
Get on the ferry. Enjoy the breathtaking scene. Oh my God, there are 3 whales right next to the boat.
Wow, literally.
Arrive in Knoydart, wave goodbye to the ferry captain, arrive at the Old Forge, order a pint, and...
Underneath the Turkish region of Cappadocia, a system of hidden tunnels and caves went undiscovered for 1,000 years, until one man decided to renovate his home. 18 stories below the ground level, in the Turkish region of Cappadocia, is the ancient hidden city, Derinkuyu. The city was rediscovered in 1963 when a man knocked down a wall in his basement and stumbled across a hidden room. This triggered an excavation of the area to reveal the hidden city that is 1,000 years old and over 280 feet deep. It is thought to have been created during the Byzantine era around 1000 AD to protect the community from wars and natural disasters. It is made up of a network of tunnels connecting what would have been kitchens, stables, churches, wells, and even schools. The Cappadocia region is known for subterranean safe havens, and it's speculated that Derinkuyu may have connected many of them. The city likely could have hidden 20,000 people, livestock, and food supplies, making it the largest underground city in Cappadocia.
Hidden in New York City's Garment District, on 37th Street between 8th and 9th Avenues, Building 306 lies a one-of-a-kind freight entrance. And inside you'll find deliveries and something delicious. You weren't expecting that, were you? I told you it was hidden. Inconspicuous at first, but take a closer look through these doors, and you'll find a small but mighty Latin American restaurant called Aquario Cafe. Meet the owner.
My name is Rodolfo Perez. We've been here for 26 years. I'm born in Dominican and I grew in United States. Thank you. Enjoy. Me and my wife, we run the business. And sometimes I bring my son to help me out. We started by 5 o'clock in the morning to cook all the meat or the rice. We cook it like 100 pounds a day rice. Not too many people fit in the kitchen, maybe 1 or 2. It's not easy to make all the food, but we do everything fresh.
Aquario opens at 10 a.m. and by 11 a.m., a huge crowd of New Yorkers are lined up waiting for a hot plate.
I make people get hungry when they see my food. We have a recipe from my grandmother, and I grew up eating that. And now I do the same thing for my customer. Enjoy.
The menu is constantly changing, but customers can usually expect pollo guisado, rabo guisado, espaguetis dominicanos, and the most popular of them all,
goat meat. We gotta make every day because they love goat meat. Mijo, pase bien. Dime, Junior.
But I know what you're thinking. Why choose to open a restaurant in such a small place?
I used to work in the factory when I got 20 years old, here in the same building. When I got the opportunity to buy this place, my friend told me, put it in a stove and make it rice and beans. I said, oh my God, this is good. And I started from there. I started for $3.50 the plate, now it's $5.
He sells hundreds of these plates a day, and his success is all thanks to word of mouth.
Everybody brings somebody, people bring friends, family, and that's why I got all the people. I got a customer been here 25 years with me. We take care of the customer like a family. If I see they need it, I give it for free. Gracias. Guten verte. I'm never gonna move from here. This is my baby. And you never get out from your baby.